Hello, students. Let us continue to learn about this chapter on forests, our lifeline. In our previous classes, we had visited the forest, we had seen what are the uses of it, we had seen the different layers of the forest, then we saw about the forest floor, then we learned about how all the organisms in a forest are linked with each other and disturbing even one organism can disturb the entire habitat, the entire chain of the forests, how they are dependent on each other and they would be affected because of that. Then we learned that there were decomposers which were feeding on the dead and decaying matter which is present in the forest and they were converting it to humus and humus was required for the plants to get nutrition and we saw that the forests were called as lungs because they provide us with oxygen and also they maintain the oxygen and carbon dioxide cycle. Now we saw how the animals and the plants are being benefited. But in the forest, there are also humans who are living along with the animals and plants. So the forest will provide them with shelter, food, water, medicines, okay, and they will have a lot of traditional knowledge about it. Then they also saw the deer in the forest who's drinking water. Then what happens is they see they all of a sudden disappear into the bushes when they come across any of the carnivores or the organisms which would come to attack them. So it provides them shelter also. Then on the forest as they were walking, they could see some droppings of some animals. And then Professor Ahmed tells them that the forest officers will recognize which animals were present over there in the forest based on the droppings and the footprints. Then what happens is that Bujo, what he sees is there is one large heap of this animal droppings, and there are several beetles and grubs. They are feeding on that heap, and there are seedlings which are sprouting. छोटे छोटे झाड़ वहां पे उग रहे हैं. So these seedlings are of herbs and shrubs. So we can say that, and the animals also whoever are present over there, they will disperse the seeds of these plants and they will help the forest to grow and regenerate. So the decaying animal dung will provide the nutrients to the seedlings to grow. So this animal dung is used as a manure for these plants to grow. Then Bujo went and he wrote on his notebook that by harboring greater variety of plants, the forest will provide greater opportunity for food and habitat for herbivores. So if we have more herbivores, there will be more food for the carnivores. And there will be a wide variety of animals which will help the forest to regenerate and grow. And there are decomposers which help to maintain the supply of nutrients to the growing plants in the forest. Therefore, he said that the forest is a dynamic living entity full of life and vitality. So, thank you, students. We shall learn more about this lesson in the next class.